Hey there, y'all! Listen, I love a good candle. The way they smell, the pretty light they give, it just makes me happy. So I thought, why not make my own? I'm all about that DIY life. Plus, I love getting creative and trying new things. So off I went, ready to pour my heart into candle making. I watched videos, read blogs, you name it. I was so excited to get started, I could barely contain myself. I imagined my house smelling like a beautiful garden, all thanks to my own two hands. Little did I know, there was a whole lot to learn before I got there. Now, honey, let me tell you, I had this whole candle making thing pictured all wrong in my head. I thought it would be a fun, relaxing hobby, something to do on a lazy Sunday afternoon. I thought it was just melting wax and pouring it in a jar. Simple, right? Just like making a cup of tea. Easy peasy, right? Wrong. Turns out, there's a whole science to this candle thing. It's not just about melting and pouring. It's about getting the right temperature, the right consistency. First off, who knew there were so many types of wax? I mean, I thought wax was just wax. Soy wax, beeswax, paraffin wax. My head was spinning. Each type has its own melting point, its own quirks. And don't even get me started on wicks. I thought a wick was just a string you light on fire. They come in different sizes and materials. Cotton, wood, hemp. Who knew? Who would have thought? I quickly realised I had a lot to learn. I had to hit the books, watch tutorials, and take notes like I was back in school. But, you know me, I wasn't giving up that easily. I was determined to make the perfect candle, no matter how many tries it took. I was determined to conquer this candle making thing, even if it took a few tries. Or 10. And let me tell you, the satisfaction of finally getting it right was worth every bit of the struggle. Oh, honey, let me tell you about my first few attempts at candle making. It was an adventure, to say the least. Let's just say it was a comedy of errors. I thought it would be a simple, relaxing hobby, but boy, was I in for a surprise. I overheated the wax, underestimated the cooling time, and don't even get me started on my wick centering skills, or lack thereof. The wax was either too hot or too cold, and the wicks were always off-center. I had wax splattered everywhere. My kitchen smelled like a chemistry lab, and my first few candles looked like they were made by a 5-year-old. It was a sticky, fragrant mess that seemed to have no end. But you know what? Even though I was making a mess and laughing at my own mishaps, I was having a ball. Each mistake was a lesson learned, and each laugh was a reminder that I was doing something I loved. And slowly but surely, I started to get the hang of it. I learned to control the temperature of the wax, to be patient with the cooling process, and to center the wicks just right. My candles were looking less like abstract art and more like, well, candles. Each one was a tiny triumph, a testament to my persistence and growing skill. And now, my home is filled with the warm glow and delightful sense of my very own creations. Section 4. Leveling up my candle game. With each candle I made, I learned something new. It was like a journey of discovery, where every step brought a new lesson. I experimented with different waxes, fragrances, and even started adding my own personal touches like dried flowers and spices. Each ingredient had its own unique charm and added a special touch to my creations. And let me tell you, the more I practiced, the better my candles became. It was a process of trial and error, but each mistake was a stepping stone to perfection. I learned about hot and cold throws, different pouring techniques, and how to create a smooth, even candle top. Understanding the science behind candle making made a huge difference. I even invested in some fancy new equipment, like a thermometer gun and a heat gun, to take my candle game to the next level. These tools helped me achieve more consistent results and added a professional touch to my work. But you know what the best part of it all was? It wasn't just about making candles. It was about the joy and satisfaction that came with it. Sharing my creations with my loved ones and seeing their faces light up when they smelled my candles for the first time. Their appreciation and happiness made all the effort worthwhile. It was a beautiful way to connect and share a piece of my passion with them. Section 5. Sweet scents and surprises ahead. Y'all, this candle-making journey has been such a blessing. It's taught me patience, creativity, and that even the biggest messes can lead to something beautiful. And the best part is, this is just the beginning. I'm so excited to keep learning, experimenting, and sharing my love of candle making with all of you. I've got some exciting new scents in the works, inspired by all the things I love. Warm spices, fresh flowers, and of course, a little bit of southern charm. And keep your eyes peeled for some special surprises coming soon. I'm talking limited edition candles, gift sets, and maybe even some workshops where we can create together. Section 6. Light up your life. I'm telling you, there's nothing like the joy of creating something with your own two hands. It's empowering, it's therapeutic, and it's a whole lot of fun. So, whether you're a seasoned DIYer or a curious beginner, I encourage you to give candle making a try. Who knows, you might just discover a hidden talent and light up your life in a whole new way. Remember, it's all about following your joy, experimenting, and never being afraid to make a little mess along the way. Because when you're doing what you love, even the mistakes smell kinda sweet. Stay blessed, y'all.